What's up, beautiful souls? Happy International Women's Day. So I bought these divination cards, these oracle cards on Black Friday. I bought like 6 of them. And coincidentally, I believe they're all by women. So I was thinking, let's channel some of this divine feminine energy and let's pull some oracle cards. Give me one moment while I share this to a few groups, but go ahead and drop down, and also while I wait for y'all to chime in. But let me know what you'd like to dedicate today to, or let me know some of your favorite women. I have a lot of women in my family, and there are a lot of awesome, awesome women that have shaped my life. And so I would love to channel some of that energy and pull some oracle cards and see what intuition pulls down to us, the divine feminine energy. And so one moment. But yeah, let me know down below in the group, in the comments, who your favorite woman is, or somebody that's always inspired you, or somebody who's made a lot of difference in your life. One person that I can think of right off the bat is my mom. My mom is one of the most compassionate and loving women I know. And so, gotta give props to her. So if you're watching, Mom, love you. Hello, Kayla. Welcome. So we're gonna pull some cards today. And so coincidentally, like I said, they're all by women. One I have is the Law of Attraction cards from Esther and Jerry Hicks. If you don't know who Esther is, she channels an entity called Abraham, and it's said to be like an ancient being. And so she pulls that from the ether. And then these are my favorite. These are native cards. Oh, we might read these first because I'm a little partial. Maybe we'll do the quicker ones first. And then I have these awesome one by Gabrielle Bernstein. She is my new favorite life coach and things like that. And so without further ado, let's pull these. I don't know what is up with Instagram or Facebook always wanting to make me this bright angel. I mean, I'm flattered, but also, my God, I can't. So if you want to tune in, we'll tune into this divine feminine energy. From my understanding, this divine feminine energy is all about receptivity. It's all about channeling. It's all about divinity. And so let's channel some of that energy. So this is from Gabrielle Bernstein's Miracle Now. And I believe this is her newest set and book. So let's channel in. And the way that oracle cards work is it's just like divination. We're not telling the future. We're not doing anything like that. We are just leaving it up to chance, leaving it up to our intuition. And so let's see what this one says. It says, sometimes no is the most loving response. I don't know about y'all, but yes, how many of y'all have problems saying no? So speaking of my mom, this is such a common thing for moms, or this is such a common thing for a lot of people who are loving, is being an enabler. I know a lot of times in my life, it's instead of saying no, instead of having those hard talks with your friends, you kind of just say yes and you kind of just run with it. And so let me know if that resonates with you down in the comments. And so I'm going to pull another one from, let's see. I'm going to pull another one from Esther Hicks and Jerry's. Okay. And then so this one says, I can feel positive while thinking positive. Yes, I already love this one. And it says, I want perfect health. I like feeling good. I enjoy my good feeling body. I have many positive memories of feeling good in my body. I see many people who are clearly in a state of good health, and it is easy to see how much they are enjoying their good feeling bodies. When I think thoughts like these, I feel good. These thoughts are in harmony with a healthy body. Yes, I love that. My thoughts are in harmony with my health. And so I know that's a big thing with feminism, with women's health. And so it's so true. And I think this is something that everybody deals with, but it's also something that it's a particular problem that a lot of women have to deal with. So I want you to know, goddesses, you are perfect the way you are. Don't let any man, any woman, any person tell you how to be. I love y'all just because you are. You know that. And, I'm trying to get healthy. I'm trying to lose weight myself. And one of the best things that I think we can do is just not cut ourselves some slack, but also deal with ourselves with compassion, the way that you would with a child. And one of the things I'm trying to move out of is judgment, in that, that you shouldn't have eaten that, or you should go do some exercise. Instead of doing that, just being gentle with myself with, how about next time you make a better choice? How about next time you love yourself a little bit more and try to respect yourself more? And so let me know if that resonates with you, because that's definitely something that I'm trying to correct, or just be a little bit more gentle with myself. The next ones I'm going to do is, what's her name? It's from Gabrielle Bernstein, and I can't find the top of them, but it's her other deck. And I love, love, love this deck. Oh, here it is. The Universe Has Your Back. And that's one of my favorite decks, because this is what was one of her first books, I believe, but definitely one of her first decks, Gabrielle Bernstein. If you don't know, she is one of my idols. I would love to have the same impact that she has with helping people change their lives. And so without further ado, if you want to tune into that intuitive, divine, feminine energy, and so we'll shuffle these cards. And my favorite thing about these, they're a lot like tarot cards, so they are divination cards, so it's just channeling that energy and seeing what chance and intuition has to say to you. Ooh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And it says, I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself that I am love, and miracles are natural. We'll say that again because I broke it up a bit. It says, I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself that I am love and miracles are natural. Yes, chime in down below if that resonates with you, because the whole reason I got on this path is literally the fact that miracles, it's not all coincidences, and your life can be filled with miracles, and it can be filled with awesome things. And so let me know if that resonates down below with you, that life can be full of miracles, and it's all about how you create your life and how you can create a life full of miracles and a life full of love. So, and then the next one I want to pull is my favorite deck, which is, it's this Native Spirit deck. And this is my favorite deck because I love all of these decks, but they also go pretty quickly. They're like affirmations. So I love these decks, these other oracle decks, because they're quick. So if you want something quick in your day and you just want to start something, which let me give you a little science behind that. Positive affirmations and gratitude. There's many scientific studies about how if you start your day with gratitude, or if you start it with an affirmation, you can literally rewire your brain. In yoga, we call this samskaras. We call them, so if you want to picture your brain and how these neural pathways are so deep in your brain since we're kids, since we're teenagers, and we can literally rewrite our brain by practicing gratitude, by practicing mindfulness. And what I mean by mindfulness is, like we were talking about earlier, when instead of being mean to yourself, you can literally rewrite yourself. So being grateful, being gentle with yourself. And so that's one of my favorite things about these practices, is they're not just these esoteric thoughts. You can literally scientifically rewrite your brain by choosing something else instead of something else. So it's very similar in a lot of psychologists, therapists, they teach you coping mechanisms. So they don't eradicate things from your mental health, they just teach you how to cope with them. And so that's some of my favorite things, is that I love dedicating a day to an affirmation. I love dedicating, being mindful and dedicating your life to something. I was watching this talk today, and it was talking about how our time here is limited, and if you have the chance to live to 100 right now, or if you have the chance to live to 70, we only have a limited amount of weeks. So I believe it was around 1,000 or something. And so it's crazy to think about, because it's a little somber to think about. But then at the same time, how amazing can it be that you can dedicate your life, you can dedicate your life to something. And I think that's really what sets us apart from a lot of great people, is that they have unlocked that if you are in it to win it, if you are dedicated to yourself, to your practice, dedicated to your career, you can really change your life. Hello, Natalie. Hello, Laura. Hello, Taffy. Let's see. I'm going to read this comment. It says, what you read about feeling good in your body. Hey, Taffy. I love that name. What you read about feeling good in your body is something sick people can relate to. Sometimes you forget those wonderful feelings. That is so true. As a massage therapist and as a yoga teacher, that's something that I try to help people with, and I want to really help people with. There's a condition called malaise, and if y'all don't know what malaise is malaise is when you are so engulfed in a disease or pain, oftentimes, and this is really real, we're about to get real right now, oftentimes a lot of people with chronic pain can't see beyond their pain. If you're just tuning in, I just read I'm reading oracle cards, and what oracle cards are using divination to pull out affirmations or something to dedicate your day to, your week, your month, your year. And so I shared a card earlier about health and just seeing health, remembering health. And Taffy shared about how a lot of times people who with chronic pain forget about that. And that is so true. And that's a medical condition called malaise. And malaise is sadly at the end of the road, where a lot of people can't see out. They can't see beyond their pain. And so the only way they see out is oftentimes checking out permanently. And if I can help anybody in that way, is that we've all been in a lot of times where we think suicide or there's only one way out. And one of my favorite things that I've learned in this practice is coping mechanisms. Yes, I agree that anxiety, depression might never end, and it takes a lot of bit of mindfulness and presence to admit that. But then at the same time, learning how to take control of your life, scientific backed ways and tools to literally take control of your life. And so I love you all just because you are. Let me know if that resonates with you. And without further ado, we're going to look at Native Spirit, because this is my favorite deck, and you'll see why, because it goes really in depth. And so we're gonna tune in with me, y'all, and let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you have any topics. I'll pull a card for y'all if you want. These aren't just for me, but I'm pulling this for all of us. Okay. So this is the one. I can tell. Okay. What? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What? Medicine woman. What? Like, I can't make this stuff up. I'm just shuffling this. And what are the odds that I pull this one? It says medicine woman and man, but we're going to do medicine woman for International Women's Day. All my ladies out here. Ladies, if you're like... Oh, anyways. I love this. Love this. This is awesome because... What are the odds that I pull this? Okay, so how these cards work. Let me get this little manual. First of all, I love this. I love this because it has more content. And so these other ones, they're pretty quick, but this one's a little bit more in depth. It gives you a practice to put into place. So what I love about this is it says medicine woman. It gives you a card meaning. So card meaning. Profound inner and outer healing is occurring. You're a natural healer. You're on the mend, or you're on the mend, and a situation is being resolved. Have faith that it's happening. You are a sacred healer. You are a medicine woman of the soul. I'm going to read that card meaning again. I chopped it up a bit. Medicine woman card meaning. Profound inner and outer healing is occurring. Let's take that in. You're a natural healer. You're on the mend, and or a situation is being resolved. So look, this is Mercury retrograde right now. I want y'all to know we don't even have to think about it. We don't even have to get confused. It's being resolved. Let's just let that go. Let's let it go. Have faith that it's happening. You are a sacred woman healer of the soul. That is so good. And then, so it gives you the card meaning, and then it tells you what your native spirit wants you to know. And what a native spirit is whatever it is to you. These cards are from Native American tribes all over the world. Native American tribes here and indigenous tribes all over the world, I should say. And what I love about this is it gives you card meaning, It gives you something that your native spirit wants you to know. And then it gives you a journey. So let's see what our native spirit wants us to know. Tell us, native spirit, tell us. Every indigenous culture has a tradition of healers. Depending on the culture, they're called medicine women, shamans, tahuganas, kahunas, sagomas, or curanderos. Let me know if I pronounce any of that wrong, because, Among others, in every tradition, there are individuals who are able to step between worlds to gain information, wisdom, and healing energies from their spirit allies. When this card chooses you, you are the advent of healing emotion, physical and mental wounds. Additionally, a powerful healing force is activating within you. I'm going to read it again, just in case you didn't get it. Hello, Savannah. Hello, Angie. Hello, Maria. If you're just tuning in, I'm pulling some oracle cards. And what are the odds? On International Women's Day, I pull this one, Medicine Woman. So, the card meaning's about healing. It's about that healing's happening right now. And I'm reading right now what your native spirit wants you to know. And your native spirit wants you to know that every indigenous culture has a tradition of healers. Depending on the culture, they're called medicine women, shamans, tahungas, kahunas, sangomas, or curanderos, among others. In every tradition, these individuals are able to step between worlds to gain information, wisdom, and healing energies from these spirit allies. When this card chooses you, you're in the advent of healing emotional, physical, and mental wounds. Additionally, a powerful healing force is activating with you. So let's dissect what we got so far. Hello, everybody. If you're just tuning in, we're doing oracle cards, and we're channeling that divine feminine energy. And what are this serendipitous event that we chose the medicine woman? And so the card meaning is it's about healing's happening already in your life. Oftentimes we have to just really release. I think a lot of times, I want to write a book about this. I've told y'all about literally getting out of your own way. And a lot of times in my life, I've noticed I'm the one holding back my healing. I'm the one holding back my progress, my events that I need. And so right now we just need to know that the healing's happening. And in a lot of cultures, indigenous cultures, the healers are the people that walk between the worlds. And I know y'all, I say this all the time. I had a friend that always say, I'm just channeling. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to channel. I'm trying to channel that divinity. Man, I'm so excited. I'm if y'all can't tell, I had some coffee today and I hardly ever have caffeine. So, woo! Anyways, so let's hear about this journey. Like I said, my favorite cards, these native spirit cards, they tell you card meaning, your native spirit, what your native spirit wants you to know, and then the journey. And this is what I love because it gives you a call to action. A lot of times we say things, but without action, it doesn't really, are we really helping ourselves? So let's see the journey. Let's see how we can put this into play, how we can activate this healing energy. It says the journey. Nature is one of our greatest healers. So spend time with trees, soak up the rays of the sun, and dance in the rain. Everything in nature has its intrinsic ability to restore itself. Y'all see these plants by here? They're restoring themselves. Look, I'm giving them carbon dioxide. They're giving me oxygen. I love that. It says, you're a part of the natural world. So you also have this innate ability. Often, healing needs to occur on the inner planes before it can manifest outside. To assist this process, focus on what's great and let go of what isn't working. Hold a vision of the solution that you desire. Be patient and trust this recovery is occurring in its own time and way. If y'all are just tuning in, I know for y'all that were watching are we already know. Well, I'm gonna let everybody else know. We pulled an oracle card from the native spirit, and this is the best one. This is why I finished with the best, and it's the native spirit. And what the native spirit, the card meaning is about healing, and what your native spirit wants you to know is all the cultures in the world have these healing people that you can also be, that we can tune in. And how we tune in is we be between these two realms. And how we can be between these two realms is the journey. And let me tell you, the journey is, nature is one of our greatest healers. So spend time with trees and soak up the rays of the sun and dance in the rain. Everything in nature has its intrinsic ability to restore itself. You're a part of the natural world, so you also have this innate ability. Oftentimes, healing needs to occur on the inner planes before it manifests on the outer planes. To assist this process, focus on what's great and let go of what isn't working. Hold a vision of the solution that you desire. Be patient and trust that recovery is occurring in its own way and time. Ooh, Lord, that's priceless. That's priceless info right there. Literally, I'm going through a business class right now, and it talked about how Henry Ford, I'm sorry to talk about a man on International Women's Day, but this is simple. It said that Henry Ford went through bankruptcy 3 times before his company worked. So let's imagine that. It said that Edison failed 100 times before he unlocked the light bulb. Oprah had failed. Let's talk about a woman, because I love a woman. Oprah is one of my favorite women. She had failed being a news broadcaster multiple times. I believe she didn't even get her big break. Let me know down below if y'all know. I need y'all to fact check this, because I'm a little iffy on these the exact dates. But I know Oprah didn't get her big break until later in life. Walt Disney had been rejected from countless cartoonists, and he was literally the laughingstock of a lot of them, and they told him he'd never be famous. And who do we all know as the greatest cartoonist? Walt Disney. So this is to y'all that if you're in a moment, if you're in a rough patch in your life and it's hard to see, and just like Taffy shared earlier, sometimes it's hard to see the healing when you have so much pain. I'm right there with you. I've been there so many times. It took over 6 wrecks in my life before the age 21. It took substance abuse. It took countless bad relationships for me to realize that I have to take control of my own life. If I want the healing, I have to be honest with myself. Just like in the 12-step or 10-step program, what's the first step? It's realizing that you have a problem. And oftentimes, when you go to a therapist, when you go to these things, they call you out on your shit for, sorry if you're around kids, but that's sometimes what it takes. And it takes you doing that to yourself. And so it takes yourself saying, hey, things are not going to work. I need to call out myself. And so let me know if any of that resonates for y'all. Hello, Karina. Hello, Catherine. Hello, Michelle. Hello, all of y'all beautiful. Hello, Elizabeth. Nice to see your beautiful self. Yes. Ooh, I love... y'all are giving me a look. I love all my women in my groups. Hello. Hey, Sherilyn. Hello, Natalie. If you're just tuning in, we're just talking about these oracle cards. We're talking about divination. We're channeling that divine feminine energy. And what I love about these cards is, even if you don't believe in all this esoteric woo-woo feeling stuff, it doesn't matter. These help you rewire your brain. These help you. It doesn't matter if you want to read an inspirational quote from your favorite woman. It doesn't matter if you want to just read something random inspirationally. Whether you believe it or not, science says that if you start your morning off right, you can literally rewrite your day. And so the universe is constantly being created. And like I said, we only have a limited amount of weeks left in our life. And so it's picking and choosing. For me, it's about building permanent understanding for my soul to reach enlightenment. Whether you believe that or not, if you don't believe that, sometimes I like to flip it, If you don't believe in all this esoteric stuff, the greatest part is you only got one life to live. And so do you want to waste it on being self-abusive? Do you want to waste it on not living your full life? Or do you want to live a life that you love? Yes, you're going to have bad days. Yes, you're going to have struggles. But like I said, this is all for the permanent understanding. We can literally live the life we love by putting in the hard work. And so I hope I inspired some healing energy for y'all. I hope I inspired some motivational energy, because at the end of the day, what sets us apart from these great people, these wealthy people is that they learned at a young age that if you fall, get back up. And a lot of times us who don't have the same education, who don't have the same luxuries and privilege, yes, I'm calling it out, privilege. It's a privilege that I get to call these cards out. It's a privilege that I bought these cards. It's a privilege that, you know, I get to share this with y'all, but also at the same time realizing that we all have the privilege to live a life that we love. And we all have a privilege to love these great women down in these comments. I love y'all. And so I hope that I inspired some of this inspirational energy in you. And as one of my favorite women, shout out to Mel Robbins. If you don't know who Mel Robbins is, she's author of the 5-Second Rule. And she's about to get her daytime show on, I forgot what channel it is. But anyways, her rule is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your mind's already talking you out of things. After 5 seconds, your brain talks you out of dangerous things. And even if they're not dangerous, if it's going for a new job, it's going for a new interview, if it's going to exercise, if it's choosing a healthy meal, like for me, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, our mind talks us out of it. And so we can literally rewire, we can hack our brain to love healthy things. And so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just do it, as she says. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get out of bed. And she's one of my favorite women because she talks about when she was a depressed mother and she didn't want to get out of bed. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, she changed her life. And it's so funny because she got this technique from a NASA shuttle launch. And she just started doing it. And it turns out there was some science to this. So I hope I can inspire y'all to be the best version of yourself. And as she says, with every sign off, she says, if nobody else tells you today, I hope lots of people tell you this today, but if they don't, I'm happy to be the person that tells you, I love you just because you are, and I believe in your ability to change and change your life, change your ways, change your children, change your family, change your universe. And it's said in Yogi Bhajan. Yogi Bhajan is a famous yogi in Kundalini Yoga, and he says that if you heal yourself, you heal your 7 generations back and 7 generations forward. And whether or not you believe that, just know that as you are healing yourself, you literally are healing people around you. So I love you all just because you are. Get out there and be the best version of yourself. Be the best woman that you can. And I'm going to emulate so many beautiful women in my life. I hope that I inspired you to be the best version of yourself. As always, like, share, comment. And I love you all just because you are. Until next time, Sat Nam.